Well, Argentina, in my opinion, is, you might say, God's country.
Dave Vega and his wife Millie are part of the decades-old Mexican community in the Argentine neighborhood of Wyandotte County, Kansas. Back in the 20s, a surge of young immigrants came from towns in the Mexican state of Michoacan to work in the Kansas City rail yards, and many, like Dave's father, quickly started families.
He didn't understand English or didn't want to create any waves. All he was glad to have a job and to be in love and to have a place to live and eat and get his groceries, better living conditions than he would have in Mexico.
But Argentina wasn't always the most welcoming place for these families. After he returned from World War II, Dave Vega owned a gas station, and when he tried to sponsor a Little League baseball team, he found that discriminatory rules even kept children from playing sports.
So I attended some of the Kansas 3-2 league meetings, and they would turn me down. I couldn't enroll my team.
Today, the nearly century-old Hispanic community in Argentina is facing a challenge. About 40% of Wyandotte County residents are physically inactive, and Monica Mendez of the Latino Health for All Coalition says many of the county's neighborhoods, and Argentina in particular, are overdue for a change.
It is important because it's gonna help us to have a better healthy living lifestyles, mostly to reduce risk of any chronic disease, illness, any diabetes, any heart disease, any obesity in our community.
Like with Dave Vega's baseball team, lack of access is still a major barrier to fitness. But instead of discrimination, today's limitations have more to do with economics. After decades of economic decline, Argentina has few places to exercise or programs to support it. Funding for city parks all but disappeared in the 90s, and many residents themselves also struggled just to make ends meet.
I think that's the main focus of all of the families. Just have food, have a place to live, and to pay all the bills. They haven't made as a priority that we need as part of our lives to also be active, physically active.
About a year ago, Argentine civic and health leaders decided to try addressing the problem by offering classes combining Zumba and nutrition lessons at the community center. To get the community on board, class instructor Diva Esparza took the challenge to get active directly to neighbors.
And we went to churches and we went to schools, went to the streets to recruit people. we basically, used every means possible to let the community know that we had this program available for everybody.
The Argentine class ended up with 120 members and a waiting list as long as the class roster. Among the members is Cristina Moreno, who brings her 9-year-old daughter Elena with her to class.
The first time I did Zumba, it's an hour-long class. I didn't know if I was going to make it through the first time, and it just gets easier from there. Now, once kind of like that last song's over with and we start with our cool down, some days when I have the energy, I'm like, I want to do more.
Diva Esparza says that beyond teaching, a major part of her work is supporting her class members to make a long-term commitment to a new lifestyle.
We are honest with everybody and we tell them, look, you're not gonna lose 20 pounds in 1 month. We're not selling that. Just like, a lot of products on the TV. That's just not realistic if you wanna lose weight in a healthy way. But it's a process.
Since it started, the classes have expanded with the help of additional funding, and while that's good news for Argentina, there's still a critical lack of fitness options in many neighboring communities in Wyandotte County.
If I didn't have Argentine Community Center, I probably would not be working out or trying to live a healthier lifestyle. Other than this, that's really all I do is just Zumba here, and if it wasn't for, like I said, this place, I wouldn't be trying to live healthier.